Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE Metalhead. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing Patreon requests, and thankfully, Pierce the Veil has been requested. Even this album that I didn't know existed, and it was requested by my partner, nonetheless. They subscribed on my Patreon for some reason, despite the fact that I've done about 40 of their albums that they wanted. So like I've done any Nirvana you've seen, any Beatles you've seen, any Smiths on my Patreon, all that sort of stuff, Unknown Pleasures, all of that is just them. Panic at the Disco, that is them, but they subbed to request this one in particular. It's a Pierce the Veil album that I did not know existed, and it seems like not many people know exist, considering the fact that it has like 600,000 plays on some of these songs, when their biggest album has like hundreds of millions of streams. But yeah, and I'm going to shill my partner because I think they're so fucking beautiful and they're amazing. This is my partner, this is my little pookums. I fucking love them. And then also, where's this photo? Boom, they're bookles. They're absolutely cute as shit. And I love them dearly. We've been together 3 years. So yeah, let me delve into this one. Probably going to love it, because every single thing that they like, I seem to like as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We share a favorite Deftones album, as Saturday Night Wrist. Oh. I expected this to not sound like... Whoa, alright. I expected this to sound like a bit janky, because it's before today. It's the like name that they had before they made their Pierce the Veil stuff. And it's kind of cute that the Pierce the Veil is listed there. I expected this to sound scrappy. I expected this to sound not super pristine. Out the gate, this sounds like it could have better production quality than even Collide with the Sky. Like just even like the sounds, how they're recorded and stuff like that, sound very crisp and clear. Like, this sounds incredibly crisp and clear. Why doesn't that stuff sound like that? Oh, alright. Interesting vocals. But yeah, like the instrumentation sounded insane. Like really high quality. The screams sound more like Bullet to My Valentine than Pierce the Veil so far, but... Ooh. I wonder, like, alright, maybe it's just the first two lines, and I'm sorry for pausing so much, but maybe it's just the first two lines. They sound so low in the mix. Like, the thing that, like, the mic they recorded all of their instruments on sound fucking incredible. I wonder if it's just, like, the mic that they recorded their vocals on isn't the best. Yeah, it sounds a bit low in the mix. Huh. I love the instrument, like the band aspect of this sounds sick. They've always been a sick band, I guess. Dude, it's so strange because, like, I will admit that the best part of this is the instrumentation, so like, I can kind of understand if they wanted to put that more forward in the mix, because, like, the guitar playing and everything like that is sick. It's so weird having the vocals so buried, where, like, half of the words, if I didn't have the lyrics here, I could not tell you what they would be saying. It's just so strange, like the different quality on like the vocals and like the instrumentals. Not because he's like not talented or anything like that, just like the way it's recorded and mixed and everything like that. It's so strange. That's cute though. I like that. They very focus more on like a even deathcore sort of scream more than like normal like the recent stuff. I like how it sounds a bit raw, like more raw. Like it makes sense because like they Kaleidoscope is very poppy, like it's very polished. Such an interesting experience. I will say, like, it makes sense. Like, listening to a band before, like, they did a name change because they wanted to do a rebrand, and, like, let's say, my understanding is, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't have, like, any... I was under the Equal Vision label, I guess, which is different to what they ended up being under. I don't know any of the bands that are under this, like, label of Equal Vision. But, yeah, it sort of makes sense, the ways that it just, like, doesn't work for me, I guess, because the vocals, yeah, as I said, very out of mix with the instrumentals, which by the way, the band playing is sick. But then also the sort of style that they're going for, it still feels like they're trying to like capture it. I haven't listened to A Fly for Dramatic, which is actually their debut, like for like the Pierce the Veil moniker, but I'd be very curious to see if it had like this sort of, I don't know, like lack of cohesion where like the vocals sound so different to the style that the band is trying to go for when it comes to the instrumentals, and it's like sort of a balance that they do when it comes to like future releases like Collide with the Sky, where they incorporate like the Spanish sort of influence, they incorporate like his vocals, the pop effects, they're like chuggy guitars, all this sort of stuff like melds perfectly together for it to just be insane. With this, it feels like everything is just slightly tuned off, and then you couple with like the fact that the vocals are a bit not recorded that well. Like I don't think his like the screams sound good. Like they sound like if they had the right mic and right mixing, it would work real well. It just doesn't have that. It's very, I don't know. As much as like I'm giving a lot of critique, I'm trying to explain why I'm going to give the score that I'm going to give. But I can't stress enough that no matter where this album overall gets like rated, I love experiencing like the bands from their start, and then also especially a band that I love, and like songs that I love, and seeing like where they started from, even if it's like a bit rough. It's like, oh, I don't care. Like I also coming into this expect it. It's like before the name change. It's kind of like if there was like a full fucking album by 1975 before they made their fucking name change or whatever the shit, and it was like a demo quality and that sort of thing. It's like I'm obviously going to, even if like the tracks don't bang super hard or like there's like issues or whatever, I'm still gonna love that. Even if that album ends up being a 2, I'm gonna love listening to that because it's like, oh, this is where the band's from. It's like cool lore. In the same way that I find this to be cool lore. But yeah, if you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings. I'm always active in there. I also post the album of the year, which is the music rating website that I use. Fuck Rate Your Music, because they're sexist. But yeah, over on my album of the year, it says 600 reviews. I've done about 1,400. If you, before this channel existed, I listened to maybe 10 albums front to back my entire life. I was very uncultured, and that was basically Linkin Park, Bring Me the Horizon, Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, and that was about it. But ever since this channel started about a year and a bit ago, I've listened to about 1,400 albums, and my average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that is because of my Patreon. Because over on my Patreon, you can all subscribe from $5 to $13, depending on the length of the album that you want requested. So it could be 20 minutes to 90 minutes, and that's where all my requests get. And I have about 200 people subbed over there. So I can't do anything outside of Patreon requests, and because of that, they're usually going to request good stuff. They're going to request, like, Thriller, bad, like, Collide with Sky, that sort of thing. Like, they're going to request good albums, and that means that I have, like, a perfect little bell curve, but it inches over towards 6-7. And as you can see, it's a like good bell curve, except toward it goes to 6 out of 10 average. Is how it ends up. All of the bad albums were basically done before I did Patreon requests, and when I had more time to listen to like anything. So I got to listen to some bad albums, but now I listen to only good albums because of the Patreon. So that's why it's a 6 out of 10 average. Because spiritually, I think I have a 5 out of 10 average. So if something's a 5.1, I think it's above average. With that being said, I would say like a 3.5, which is like poor to mid because of the vocals. The reason it would probably be a bit lower if the instrument, like if the band playing and shit like that wasn't fucking hard. Like if it like I can't, if it would like this would be better if it was just an instrumental track. Despite the fact that I like the screams, because of just how good the instrumentals are, but altogether they're like less than the sum of their parts because they don't have the cohesion that like they'll end up having in the future. But yeah, let's see how Pierce the Veil works. I'm assuming this one's going to be one of the strongest tracks out of it. Alright. It hit, like, it's so much more rough, like in Tumble. I like it. Ugh. This already sounds like a bit like actual Pierce the Veil, which makes sense. Ooh. The vocals now sound incredibly like just normal Vic, but the way that this album is like a lot different to like a Collide with Sky is holy fuck, does it lean heavier into how like heavy and like chuggy, like not chuggy, but like just yeah, I guess heavy, like the raw, like the instrumentals feel so much more raw, which is gonna be a cool experience. I'm assuming Flair for the Dramatic kind of has that too. It's a lot more patient. Like, I feel like that ramp up would have been a lot shorter on a Renew record. It's kind of like leaning more into like the emo stuff by being slower. The band sounds more live here. Like the hi-hats being like distinct, like it's not in the floor of the mix. I like that I can hear each instrument individually kind of. Ooh. Ooh. I like this. This is definitely, I know why they took the name from this. Because like this is so Pierce the Veil. I like it a lot. I would say like a good to great track. Like, as I said, I kind of love how raw all of the shit sounds, and it feels like everything that I kind of had issue with on the last one, where it's like it all has like the semblance of like the parts that would end up being Pierce the Veil. This feels thematically with the name that they've kind of put all of that shit together now. Like this sounds like a Pierce the Veil track, and yeah, just a bit more raw, which is sick. I don't know, I just love it. Oh. What was with the first track? Because this sounds like Pierce the Veil again. Ooh. I love how hardcore this sounds. I like it. It feels so like there's so much Midwest emo shit into it too. Kind of reminds me of Hot Mulligan a bit. I love how rough and tumble the drums sound, man. I like it. It's so much more patient. Where I feel like New Pierce the Veil is basically like you just put a 1.5 times speed modifier on this. Oh, I like the shimmeriness here. That's cool. I always think it's a good track. Like 7, yeah. This is so cool to see where they started out from. And also, I'm kind of love the fact that my partner is just my partner. Because if I did anything else, right? Like if I started anywhere else, I might have started with Flair for Dramatic. Just because I like doing chronological order. But I feel like people would ask me to do Selfish Machines probably next, right? So it's kind of cool that I get to listen to this, because I wouldn't have known this existed. I guess maybe for the with the website I use, Album of the Year, if you go to like Pierce the Veil, it says related artists are before today, so if I saw that, I would have been able to click on it. But yeah, it's cool that I was like, I wouldn't have known this existed, and I love my partner. Also, I know this is just complete nerd shit, but on Album of the Year, we can rejoice because about like 7 months ago or so, Collide with the Sky got the classic label, which is a little star on the top right. I'll find it, one sec. But yeah, Pierce the Veil got that classic symbol, that little star on the top right, which you need 500 ratings overall on user score to do that, and you need to have above an 80, which is quite fucking hard because there's a lot of like classic albums that just don't have the 80. one, I don't know why my brain instantly goes to this one, but like the I like INXS album that has like the really popular tracks, that has like a 73 or something like that. But yeah, anyway, very hard it seems to get to 80, especially on the website, because 500 is quite the benchmark. Because the site is somewhat popular but not super popular. Like the most popular album, like rating wise, I think has like 70,000 ratings. But as you can see, but Cloud with Sky got the 80 and got the classic symbol like maybe a few months ago. But unironically, like 3 weeks ago, Selfish Machines got it too, which is so fucking sick. And there's not a lot of like mall screamo and shit like that that have the classic symbol. I'll try and look for it. I just looked it up. Across the entire genre of mall screamo, which is the predominant genre on Cloud with Sky, Selfish Machines, there are only 8 albums that have the classic symbol, and now 2 of them are Pierce the Veil. There's like 1 used, and it would mean that Pierce the Veil has the highest amount, because I don't think there's more than like an artist with more than 2 on there. So Pierce the Veil is the best mall screamo band on that website. Sick. But yeah, good track. Oh, a longer one. This one's going to be a lot more emo based, I feel. And people try and tell us, all of us little emo heads, they're like Pierce the Veil, they're like shit like Pierce the Veil aren't real emo. Fucking clearly, like if you just look at the roots, it's emo. The same way with like if you look at fucking like My Chemical Romance, all their shit's emo. It also annoys me because it means that they don't know that where post hole come from, because that's emo. I love a lot more screaming. I like it. What was it about like MySpace shit that caused it to like infuse a lot of the screamer shit into like more auto-tune, and then in turn making it more poppy? Because like I feel like 2004 around this time is like if you had like Bring the Horizons, early stuff, all that sort of shit, like the screams were a lot more abrasive, like in this sense, where like if you then like nearly every single band from that era seemed to like just add a tiny bit more pop sensibilities into their shit, and then they can have the same screams, and that's when they popped off like massively, right? I wonder like who was like the first bands to do that, and like why that necessarily was the case. Like why did everyone gravitate towards that sort of thing? Is it just because of the fact like autotune just came out, it seemed, and they're like, oh, let's do that? And if that's the case, then why the fuck was Screamo the ones doing it, if that makes sense? Like why were they the ones that took to it? I love how thick this sounds. Oh, I just love the band. I wonder if they have the same band members. Damn. Joe and Mitchell, the 2 guys that left, they were really good. But the drums are insane. I'd say mostly the guitars, but like drums are obviously Mike Blanco. I just love these more like classical emo passages. It's cool. What the fuck was the first track? Like, it's just so different to the last, like, 3 I've listened to. Like, we're spinning cardios. At least a 7.5, but, like, low-key could be an 8. Like, I think it's quite a great fucking emo track. Oh, actually, I'll give it. I think it's a great emo track. I wonder who was writing the music, because it's quite similar to, like, Vic, so was Vic writing all the guitar passages and shit as well? I like it. Based. Ooh. It's just solid. It has like a bit less of like Pierce the Veil's like, it has a bit less of Pierce the Veil's like identity within it, but like it still has a bit of it. Like the sort of the type of guitars that they have, that like the Spanish influence that they sort of do and stuff, is still in there quite a bit, but it isn't. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily sound as Pierce the Veil. It feels like your typical emo band done pretty well with a bit of Pierce the Veil, and that's still a decent fucking listen. I think it's just a good track, yeah. Ooh. That was a... I'm being unexpected. I like his voice here. Like, even though it might be worse or whatever, like the way that he was like, his vocals were breaking there, I liked it. Almost 10.5. I like it. Good to great track. Oh, that band playing is crazy. No complaints. Just a good to great track. That was a nice transition. I like it. Vocals, damn. I love those screams. I love it. I love his vocals. Like, he's singing on this one. What a great track. Ooh. I love how industrial that just sounded. Ooh. This is very 90s sounding to me. Like it would be on Buffy. But at least the instrumental. I like his vocals. It's a bit more by the books of the track, but like I like it. I really like this. This has a lower rating by quite a margin on the website, but that makes no sense to me. I think it's fucks. I think it fucks. But I think it's a great track. This is fucking great. Like, the last, like, if I discount the first track, this kind of sounds like it could be, like, the debut album from the band, which is kind of sick. Like, it just, like, instead of going towards more, like, ADHD sort of song structure and polishing up, like, the more popular aspects, it's a bit more, I don't know, like, yeah, it's just a bit heavier and, like, raw. I don't know, I like it. could be my favorite. Ooh. What a fucking great track. I love it. I wonder if it's just gonna be an instrumental. Oh, it's one of the most streamed. That's crazy. Instrumental most streamed. It's quite good. Better than American football, you know? That hasn't been posted on my YouTube yet. That's on my Patreon. I feel like the tone comes across really well. I mean, like, yeah. Low-key kind of great as well. Is it like overall? I feel like this is a pretty good project. And like, with the context of it being like before they even got signed to like the label that they ended up being signed to, and before their name change, and then like the band prior to them. Which, for the record, I don't even know how old they are. Like, let me see if it's like they're also very young too. That's fine. They're 21. Like, this is a solid fucking effort. Like, this is really good project, especially with that context. Yeah, I would say overall, like, definitely a solid project. Like, I'd say it's quite good. It's just a pretty standard good album. Like, from this time that we're doing like the sort of sounds that they were doing, like a bit of the emo stuff. But then there's like a bit of their flair into it. Like, overall, this is a nice place to start. I feel like to delve into the rest of that catalog. I'm curious to know if there was like any albums before this, or if this was just their first album ever, and then they had one album with before today, and then onto Pierce the Veil. Because it could just be the fact the database is wrong. Because it feels like they would have had an album before this. Like they have it's like a bit too polished, you know. But yeah, overall quite a good album, and yeah, I enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed watching this video and want to support further, more than watching the video, which is support enough, you can go to my Patreon, subscribe, do all the request stuff. I don't have any other Pierce the Veil stuff requested, so I would absolutely adore it if someone did request it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love you. Peace.